Hi everyone! Today I am excited to showcase the upgraded Algolaser DIY Kit series, specifically the Algolaser DIY Kit MK2 10 watts. This new version boasts a significant upgrade, which is the built-in touchscreen controller, which you can see right here. Now you can directly create projects from the machine without needing any external device like laptop or computer. This machine also has several improvements like the emergency stop button, the key lock, and the LED indicators that are now integrated to the power button for a streamlined design. The machine's feet are now made of durable aluminum, replacing the previous plastic feet, and the frames are now enhanced with sharp edges for a polished look. Another notable change is the new limit switch, which is more reliable and less prone to breakage compared to the previous version. To see the Algolaser DIY Kit machine in action and discover its capabilities, be sure that you're going to watch the video until the end because I will be showcasing some projects using this powerful machine.
To start the machine, just twist the emergency button clockwise, so with the key lock, and press the power button. Just wait until the machine fully starts. Once the machine has fully started, it will be prompted to the home screen. Let's go first to the settings in the internet. Since I'm connected to our internet, then we can just go back. Next is the USB file transfer. You have to turn it on when you use your USB. Next is the language. There are a lot of languages to choose from, but I prefer English. Next is the device self-test. You can skip that if you want to. And then my favorite part is the interrupt recovery. So we're going to try that later on. So just keep watching. Next is the system. So there you can see the different features of this machine. So let's check if the machine has been updated. And it's up to date. Now let's move on to the machine. We have the safety feature, motion mode, and extended motion. Next is what we called the engraving, which is the reason why we have this product. Next, we have the about. So in here, you will see the IP address and the hardware of the machine. Lastly, we have the help. So if you have questions or concerns, just use these QR codes and you will be redirected to their official website. Back to the home screen, let us try the control button. So we have here the motion, wherein you will move the laser head to your desired placement in engraving the material. You also have the option to make the speed of the laser head to move. Now let us try the 50 and then the 100 for you to see the difference. And after all the adjustments, if you're done, just click home so that the laser head will go back to its original position. We also have the air pump, but since I do not have an air pump yet, let's skip this part. But better if you have an air pump to reduce the buildup of fumes and dust that may reduces the power of the laser. Another is we have the enclosure. Again, you may skip this if you are working in an open area. But if you prefer to have one, then it's up to you to purchase one. Back to home screen, let us try the projects. You will choose whether example, SD card, or USB disk. In example, there are built-in engrave and cut project, and it's up to you to choose what project you want to do. Now that I have selected a project, you may click next and click start and it will start engraving. Let's move on to the SD card. So in the SD card, I already have stored many projects, so let's click this one. So after choosing, you may click engraving. Next is the USB disk. So if you're going to use your flash drive, you may put the flash drive on this side. For our first project, we have the metal pendant necklace, but before engraving something on it, what I usually do is to use a whiteboard marker to reduce or prevent flashback that might damage the laser module. Make sure to cover it up so that it will not defeat the purpose of the marker. Let us now choose the design to be engraved in our first project. I will click the engraving materials. These are built-in materials. However, if you opt to use your own design, you can import via flash drive or via USB cable. Now that I have chosen the design, I will just click engraving to modify the parameters and set it to the most optimal setting that is suitable to this project. For the size, height is 18. The width will automatically adjust as long as this icon is locked. Next is materials. Definitely we have to choose stainless steel. And then click confirm. For the quality, set it to highest and maximum 100 in power. For speed, it should be slow. Then click processing. After clicking processing, this will be prompted in your touchscreen controller. But before you start engraving, make sure to set the focal height. Fun fact, if you're not using an air assist, you may remove the red eye strain shield for better airflow and to avoid the rapid buildup of fumes and dust on the lens cover that may affect the performance of the machine. But you need to wear your safety protective goggles, which is included in the kit. Since we move the laser head manually to set the focus, always click home before framing and engraving to achieve accuracy. Here's the output for our first project. You have to wipe first the surface of the material to remove the marker ink. And voila, here is our laser etched stainless steel project. For our second project, since I have a stock of an acrylic material, let us try to engrave in an orange acrylic material. For the second time, always keep in mind that before engraving, you must have to set the focal height for better output. With the same step, I will just choose a design from the built-in materials, and I have decided to have the tiger. I will not change the size anymore, but you have to change the materials to orange acrylic material. Choose 10K in speed and 100 in power, then click confirm. Set the quality to highest, then click processing. Always click home after setting the focal height. Now it's time for framing and layout. One thing I like about this machine is I can navigate or glide through the working area real time using my fingers on this tiny touch screen. Now, if you're satisfied with the placement of the design, you may click confirm to start engraving. Can you see that? It's very detailed, very clean and elegant to look at. So here's our engraving on orange acrylic project. For our third project, we will use a 3mm basswood for cut and engrave. Again, do not forget to set the focal height because it plays a vital role in creating a good project. Since this is for sample purposes only, I will select the project that can be completed the quickest. So we have here the sledges. The parameters won't be modified since it's a built-in cut and engrave project. Unlike the previous projects, we could adjust them based on the material being used. Always click home. You have to check the framing and then you may start engraving. After the process, you just have to click finished. So here's the freshly cut and engraved material. But this is not the final yet because I still have to assemble it. Glue is not necessary at all because the slots and tabs are specifically designed to hold everything secure in place. So this cut project ended up as a table napkin holder. Or you can use this to store your class cards. Down to our last project, which is the engraving on a wooden keychain. In this project, I will use my favorite feature, the interrupt recovery. To attain this, you have to enable it first before engraving. This is very useful in case of power interruptions or let's say your computer suddenly shuts down. One important thing is you need to be very careful not to make unnecessary movements on the material or in your working area. Let's go to projects, click SD card and engraving material. Let's choose a design and click engraving. So the material is birch plywood, the quality is highest, the power is 90% and the speed is fast. Now, let us modify the size. This is using millimeters, so the height is 30 and the width is 50 and then locked. Click processing and then click home. I forgot to record the framing and setting of the focal height, but don't worry, I did it off cam, guys. Now let's start engraving. Be a witness of this amazing feature because at any moment I am going to unplug the power cable. And here is the unplugged cable, and let us plug it in again. After plugging the power cable, just click the power button. Let us wait for it to start up, and then voila! All you need is to click confirm to resume the engraving project. See how the interrupt recovery feature amazing is? It will save you time and materials to be used. So if I were you and you have the budget, I would rather buy this Algolaser DIY Kit MK2 10 watts. This is literally a worth it purchase. So here is the final output using the interrupt recovery feature. Be a member of the Algolaser family. If you'd like to place an order, I'll share the link either in the comment section or at the end of the caption. Don't forget to tag Algolaser when you complete your projects. If you have questions or just some sharings about your experiences if we have the same machine, then just leave it in the comment section and I will try to reply to you all. Thank you for watching. Hope this helps.